Hey YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am so excited. I've been holding this in ever since yesterday, and I have a very special video for y'all today. As you guys all know, the trailer for Loba, the Stories from the Outlands trailer, dropped yesterday, and with that trailer dropping, Respawn actually hit me up, man, and I got to talk one-on-one with some of the writers over on at Respawn, Tom Castiello and Ashley Reed. They were amazing. I had such a good time. We got to sit down for like an hour and just talk all things season 5. I got to talk to him and ask him a bunch of things about Loba, things about the trailer, and things we can expect in season 5. So there's a lot of juicy stuff today. It's a longer video. It's like 35-ish minutes, something like that, but I'm sure you guys and gals are gonna enjoy every minute of it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't want to talk too much longer. I just want to give a huge shout out to the folks over on at Respawn and everyone who helped organize this interview, and I appreciate you guys. Enjoy the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, man. If you're gonna hit the subscribe button on channel, man, you gotta hit the subscribe button on this channel, man. This is crazy, bro. Hit the like button. I'm not even gonna set a like goal, and just enjoy the video. I'll see you at the end of it. Yeah. Let's get it.
My world was shattered that day, and my path was now a fog of unknowns. The system tried to erase the tragedy, but some wounds are too deep to ever truly heal. I've always felt it in my blood. I am a thief, and a good one at that. It was the only way I felt true to myself. And those same feelings grew into opportunity. I honed my skills and enhanced my methods. With success came wealth, power, and friendship. I was the best, and everyone knew it. But something was always missing, until now. There we are. I'm off to bed.
Wait, I found him.
What? What are you talking about?
I found him.
Yeah, I'm Tom Castiello. I'm the game writer on Apex Legends.
I'm Tristan Justo, also known as Staycation. I'm here with everyone here at the Respawn team. Super excited to be talking about Loba, and
I'm Ashley, also a writer on Apex Legends.
Perfect. All right, so today we're going to be reacting to the Apex Legends trailer together. We're going to be talking all things Loba. We're going to be breaking it down and just trying to maybe squeeze little secrets out for season 5 today. And yeah, man, I'm excited. So we'll get into the trailer first and then break it down. Okay, so right away, I loved how in this trailer, like it kind of picked up off of where the Revenant's season 4 trailer kind of like ended with Loba and everything. And this is actually, I kind of wanted to talk about Loba's eyes right there because in the end of the season 4 trailer, we did see Loba had those the two blood stains on her eyes and everything. And then throughout this trailer, at some point she had 1 blood stain on her eye. At some point she had 2 blood stains on her eye. And I kind of want to like, how does that progress? And like, why does she have certain designs on at certain times? You know what I mean?
I would say it's just her progression as a person. Accept might be a little bit strong, but dealing with the things that happened to her when she was a kid. The actual bloodstain at the end of the last trailer that is all Drew Stauffer, our amazing trailer editor. That was a brilliant move on his part. And we wanted to carry that through here, and just kind of as she changes as a person, it changes how she works that into her identity.
That's amazing. Yeah, because I noticed like in her final form look, she obviously does the makeup with both and it's kind of like paying tribute to her parents who were kind of taken by Revenant, which is really cool. And then before like we don't even need to keep going in the trailer, we can see right here, I'm kind of like pointing out everything that stood out to me in the trailer so far. We got that bracelet here, but one thing me and my girlfriend actually noticed right away in this trailer is it's actually on her mother's wrist right here. Loba ends up having it, and we're kind of like wondering, like, did she steal the bracelet? Was it handed down to her? Like, there's so many different little quirks. I had so many questions after this trailer.
She definitely stole the bracelet.
She definitely stole. That makes sense. She definitely stole the bracelet. Okay.
granted, but she's having a hard time. She's having a hard time dealing with everything that happened to her, and that's kind of how she stays in touch with her parents, because she doesn't actually have extended family outside her parents. So this is actually a foster family who took her in.
Okay.
So her parents were grifters, professional grifters. So they're in that big fancy. Uh-oh. I hear a siren coming, so I'll try to make this fast. They're in that restaurant, but that's because they just got a really big take. So they actually steal for a living. So that's what she's trying.
Yeah, it is very brief with her family. Well, this foster family here was like a good second before she was out of there already.
Yeah, the way I see it is she was a troubled child having to deal with what she had to deal with. And that's kind of hard sometimes for a foster family to handle, especially if you're not expecting it. So I think.
Yeah, I know when Ashley and I first started talking about the backstory, there was, we had talked about, she probably moved from foster family to foster family to foster family. I mean, she probably didn't even stay at in one location. That everything from here on out, once her parents die, she's just in a state of flux. Yeah,
I could imagine. Makes sense. Oh yes, the mask there. So she stole the mask there, and then this is where I got like those hardcore Sly Cooper vibes where she hopped over. I don't know if you guys are able to give any insight on this, but obviously skins are huge in Apex and everybody loves the legendary skins. Does the mask play any role in Loba's character, or is that simply just a mask she ended up stealing in this trailer?
Never say never.
Never say never? Okay.
I can't speak to that personally yet, but that is definitely a cool idea. And I've seen people asking about it already. So hey, if that's what people want, I think that'd be sick.
Oh yeah, now this was super cool. I don't mean to pause so much. The Hammond robotics sign already when she landed in front of Hammond. We've seen a lot of teasers on Twitter between the Syndicate, Hammond Robotics having conversation. Later on in this trailer, we end up meeting Ninja, the man with blue hair. Me and my girlfriend were kind of talking about it. We were wondering if Ninja was sorry, I don't mean to call him Ninja, but the blue-haired man was the one taking notes, because we did see a bunch of sticky notes on the Twitter teasers, and that obviously Loba ends up finding Revenant with that guy. Yeah, I'm just wondering like what Loba's relation is possibly with Hammond Robotic, if she has it out for them or the Syndicate, or is it strictly Revenant? Just a little bit more into like her motives.
Well, right now it's all about Revenant. I will say, I will give a little bit of a teaser that her relationship with Hammond will be explored very much in season 5. But you'll get a chance to see how she interacts with them and what their relationship is like. But right now, currently, her focus is Revenant.
Blue-haired guy is Jamie, and that was spot on. He is the one.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, it did say his name, Jamie, in the Twitter teasers. Okay, that makes, or not in the Twitter teaser, but like even in game and the banner cards and all that makes complete sense now. Also, now that we're on this frame, the gems here on her neck, we saw her scoop these up. Clearly, these things seem to play a big part, by the looks of this trailer, in terms of possibly her abilities, her character. I just kind of want to know what these gems represent or do.
I think these in particular are just another thing she wanted to steal.
Oh, really? Okay.
She's like stealing unique things. That's what she keeps for her own collection, is stuff that's really special and one of a kind. So I'm guessing this is some sort of precious necklace that, I don't know, a queen owned, and there's only one in the entire universe. Something was always missing was finding out what happened to the man who killed her parents, the robot who killed her parents. So that's like the thing that's always been kind of in the back of her mind, like everything's great except there's one freaking thing. But this is definitely part of what she loves about her life, being a master thief and getting pretty much whatever she wants. And this is her latest take.
I see. Okay.
Probably my favorite is the one on her wrist, the bracelet, the special.
Yes, we've seen lots of stuff on the internet about her using that to teleport and stuff like that, like it being thrown and little animations we've seen all over Twitter and everything. And I don't know, it almost looks like a wraith phase, you could say. This actually, now that we're talking about the teleportation, is the teleportation more along the lines of in the same realm of like Wraith's phase in terms of technology, or is it a completely different technology that we kind of like haven't seen before? Like, is it still? It's not. Would it be going into the void with that bracelet, or would it be a whole different type of?
Yeah, we are not going in the void.
We're not going in the void.
It's safe for Wraith.
Okay, yeah. Thank goodness. I've been in the void way too much.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Okay. And then clearly here, this is just the end of the trailer where Loba gets straight shooketh.
I love this part so much.
Oh,
I do
so
too. Really stood out when she first sees Revenant. She's scared, like she's like, "Oh boy!" Like, and then, but then the rage just consumes her. Like she takes over. You could tell she wants Revenant.
I love it so much. I love that part. She hasn't seen that face since she was like a small child and got the horrors attached to it, and then but that's not who she is. She's gonna go for it. She's gonna freaking destroy him.
Yeah, hopefully. So go ahead, Tom.
To say one of the really interesting things that we got excited about was that, you know, this is a woman who really pulled her life together. I mean, granted, she's a career criminal, but she pulled her life together, and she's high society. She's you know, living the high life, and this all comes crashing back into her life when she least expects it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were really excited to kind of explore what that does to a person.
Yeah, you could tell it's like you said, that face at the end of the trailer from the last one. That's like, it's probably the first time she's really felt that anger again with Revenant coming back. That's super cool. Well, that does it for the trailer. In terms of everything Loba, I mean, going on from here, we did come up with a couple questions that we wanted to ask, and then also we did have like fan and community questions that like I did ask, like, you know, really slickly, what are some questions people had about Loba, knowing the trailer is going to be coming out, which is when it came out today. So I mean, maybe I could dive into those once again. I don't want to get into territory that you guys like can't answer and everything, but going on off of Loba's story now, obviously Loba is like you said, living her high life and everything, but she's got this massive hate for Revenant. At the end of the day, though, we are playing in squads, and a lot of people have been wondering, how is it going to be when you have Revenant and Loba playing on the same squad? Would there be special equips, or when Loba kills Revenant in game? You know what I mean? Just like, how is that going to play out in game with their personalities? And
it's hard to tell because of Zoom, but I'm like looking at Tom's screen.
I know. I'll say this. Let's just say that Ashley and myself and Manny and Mo, the other two members of the writing team, have been working tirelessly for the last few months so that your experience playing with Revenant and Loba is as authentic as it possibly can be.
Oh, that's going to be exciting. Okay. I like that. That sounds like good news to me. Damn, yeah, because we literally just saw a couple posts on social media and everything, because people were wondering, like, I saw like a suggestion when crypto kills crypto, or like Wraith kills Wraith in game, if there would be special things done maybe in the future. But clearly things are being taken serious with Loba and Revenant.
Things are happening in the future. We'll leave it at that.
Earlier on in the trailer as well, Loba really said that the system tried to suppress and kind of erase everything that went down with the whole Revenant killing her parents situation, and just her bouncing it around everywhere. Is there any information that can be given on who specifically the system is? Is the system more Hammond and the Syndicate, or like one of those two, or is it more so just
Yeah, I mean, the Syndicate really is the government in this world. I mean, the Syndicate is I mean, they're the mob, but they're the only form of government that they have.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's when your own government is sending out hitmen after civilians, they kind of want to shove things under the rug as quickly as possible.
So you can't really do anything about that. Okay, well, that's kind of a feels bad for Loba, but
yeah, it does.
Obviously Heirlooms are another great cosmetic piece. Everybody loves an Apex Legends as well. And in the trailer, we did see Loba rocking a big staff that she was like looping around on everything. I know you guys can't give too much insight, but because well, obviously it's classified information, but also I've noticed like in the past, Heirlooms have bounced around idea to idea drastically. I find like I never would have pictured Octane getting a butterfly knife, which worked really well with him. But I mean, like, yeah, I can't really actually ask too much more deep into that, because I mean, it's either a yes or no question whether the heirloom would be the staff or not. But I don't know.
I think that's fine. I think it's fine to answer yes or no.
I actually don't know the answer to that one. Honestly,
ooh.
I'm not sure. We do try when we do the heirlooms to do something cool from that character's backstory, like
Mhm.
that plays into something in their life in some way. And sometimes it's a really obvious, well, really, I would say really obvious in a good way, but something like Wraiths, where it's like, yeah, of course it's the kunai, and then somebody like Pathfinder, it's boxing gloves. It's like,
The
huh?
boxing gloves were really creative. Yeah.
That does play into his backstory. So we always want it to be something important like that. I will say the staff does appear. That is a thing that you will be able to use in some capacity for sure.
Ooh, okay. Even who knows? Maybe like we said, it's not released. It could be incorporated in the abilities. You never know. Who knows?
Very well could.
Very well could be. The suspicious look. Another really big question I had too from the trailer was obviously Jamie. How did Jamie and Loba come to meet? Because he kind of like took me by surprise when I saw Loba reaching for his hand to pick him up. Like how did that relationship come into fruition?
She ended up helping him out one time, and you see that in the trailer.
Mhm.
That he got himself into hot water, and she helped him out. She's as she was growing up, she trained herself. She trained herself to fight,
Yeah.
and decided to help. She likes helping the little guy when she can because she's been that person before, and so she helped him out. And it turns out he has pretty impressive research abilities. He's very smart. He's very good at digging up information. And Loba's got a guy for everything, so it's like great. I can add him to my arsenal of people.
Build the team. Build the team. Exactly. Okay, that's cool. And then
Actually, why don't you talk about yeah? Why don't you talk a little bit about like Loba's network of people? Because I don't think we ever got into that in the trailer, and I know that you had a lot of thoughts about that and who she trusts and who she doesn't trust.
Yeah, I mean, she obviously went through a really traumatic experience very early on in life. So I wouldn't say she trusts that many people, but she trusts herself to pick the right people. So if she gets something done, she has a wide network of people who can help her out with things. You see in the trailer, she kind of waltzes out of that gallery wearing the things she just stole, and the guards just happen to not notice.
oh,
Just happened to
I
not
did not
notice.
notice that. That's no taken. Okay. Yeah, so she got her like little inside connections and stuff like that. I mean, there's no one you can't buy over when you can steal the world, I guess.
She's got friends in high places and plenty of clients in high places too.
Perfect. Okay. And then obviously with Jamie, with all those little teasers that I've been going crazy about in game, I've been finding all those little banner cards. I'm pretty sure there's a new teaser today actually. I've already seen a couple comments. I gotta go check that out afterwards. But the banner cards, I saw them all added up together, and they've mentioned Jamie, and there's been a lot of talk about labs. There seems to be some form of possible extension of labs. The only thing I could think of is I remember when Crypto's teaser was there, we did see him run around a corner. And when I did like kind of like try to look at it from what I could make sense of, it seems like the extension of labs would kind of go from there. Or like what's possibly going on down there?
All of your questions for this will be answered in the launch trailer for the season.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Yep. Do it into the launch trailer. You'll get all the answers you need.
The theories you've been trying to come up with, it's been mentioning the West End and everything. I was looking at Lava Fissure, me and my friend Gaming with Fish. We were looking, it kind of looks like a rocket pad. Who knows? Like I have no idea, honestly. There's just so much stuff we're trying to come up with. It's pretty insane.
It's funny. It really takes a village to make this stuff. Like we're here on camera, but like we're supported by like dozens of people who worked on all this stuff too. And sometimes it kind of feels like they can be unsung sometimes when like they put it in so much. So it's really cool to hear you like catching on to these things, because I know they're in the background like, yes.
He's noticing. Oh yeah, I mean I noticed, but I'm sure there's people who I'm sure you guys know, there's people who notice like to levels that I can't even fathom. Like it's just crazy how deep people get into this stuff. It's awesome. Earlier on there was talk of Octane and Watson talk. I know this is about Loba, but there's a lot of other relationships and lore pieces people are really looking forward to in the future. Possibly if they could tie in with Loba. Is there any other legends we can kind of look forward to tying into Loba's story?
Oh yeah. All the legends will actually. Yeah, I think she's gonna make a real impact when she gets to the games, and she's going to make some friends. I think she's going to piss a lot of people off too. I think she's very bold and very strong and very strong-willed. And I think she's going to have a lot more to deal with than just Revenant and her vendetta against Revenant. I think I will also add that we haven't really had the ability to get into things like relationships so much in a battle royale game. It's tough to do, but I think we've cracked that code, and I think you're going to see very soon that things are going to change, and that we are going to be able to delve into some of the friendships and more than friendships.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Perfect. Actually, I was gonna ask these last, but there is one community question that it's ridiculous the amount of people that ask this, along with all the thick comments, but everybody wants to know, is Loba single? And that ties into that relation. Oh, Loba's single. Okay.
Loba is single. Loba is very single.
You two, you hear that? Loba's single and ready to mingle. All right, perfect. Obviously, okay. So, what's up? Oh, my girlfriend. She's pumping this
Excellent.
question out of all the questions we have here. But she really wants to know what inspired, because obviously every legend has had kind of an inspo. Is there anyone specific, just anything that really inspired Loba's look, identity? Not even like in game. I'm more so mean like the personality side of her. Is there anything that inspired that?
I like Tom, because the development kind of went. Tom started Loba, and then picked Loba up when it came time to work on dialogue and stuff. So it's been a mutual effort. So I'll let Tom start.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is a subject matter that is controversial, and so I want to make sure I say this the right way, but I want to be honest and upfront about it. Before I worked at this job, I worked with the women of WWE wrestling.
Oh, wow.
And they used to say to me all the time that while they wanted to be on equal footing as men, we shouldn't write them like men because they're still women. And so that really stuck with me. So when I went to work at Respawn, I was looking at the roster, and I think that Respawn did just an outstanding, spectacular job with the women when the game launched. I think they are layered, they are nuanced, they are three-dimensional characters that aren't there to be, just eye candy.
Very, yeah. If anything,
I was really impressed by that. But I did notice that there was just a complete erasure of sexuality, and I thought that's almost as sexist as doing all sexuality. And so I really wanted to introduce a female character who kind of owned her sexuality and kind of owned who she is, and would like to look good when she wakes up in the morning, and make her a three-dimensional layered character who wasn't there as eye candy. And I remember talking to the women in the office and being like, I really want to pitch this character, but I'm afraid, how it's going to look. And they were very supportive when we talked about her personality and, how we wanted to make her somebody who is aspirational and somebody who, you kind of you want to fulfill a fantasy. That's a weird way to phrase that, but somebody that women would want to be, and women would kind of own this character. And so we were heavily involved with all the women in the office, trying to make this as realistic and not the typical female video game character, if you will. And so we worked on that and kind of got her look down, and we had pretty much come up with the backstory. And then when it was time to actually write her dialogue, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
I actually seen Loba pretty early on when in theory she was just a page worth of text and a photo and a drawing. And I was like, oh my God, I love her. Right away. I was like, this is the best. So when it came time to write her dialogue, I was really excited about it because this is a character I in some ways identified with. There was a certain facet of my personality that I could insert in there that maybe I don't get to use in my everyday life. The kind of the double entendre, did you? So that was a lot of fun. For inspiration, I definitely looked at I probably watched that Shakira She-Wolf video 100 times, just had it on in the background, the Spanish and the English version, because the Spanish version is called Loba. And in terms of inspirations, I've thought about, from video games, I thought about Bayonetta, character, like widely beloved, it's in my experience, like she's definitely a very sensual lady, but she's also very much herself. Like you can see why that character is the way she is. So she's a complete person. So I definitely looked at her and I thought about, okay, this is Catwoman, but with Batman's backstory. I used that a lot. As soon as the first time I said that, Tom was like, yes. And like,
I literally was like, oh, you can write this character. You've got it. You've got it. Like, I gladly give Loba to you. You get it.
So I thought about that, like if Catwoman had Bruce Wayne's checking account, and like
that's awesome.
Like that was my inspiration while I was working on her dialogue.
Yeah, that's awesome. Honestly, yeah, like just hearing that from both of you guys, that's freaking awesome. Like hearing all the thought and like inspiration that comes behind these legends. Just me and my girlfriend were talking about it yesterday, and like just as a moment to give hats off to you guys, the representation that has come through Apex has been greater than anything I think I've ever seen in any video game. I've played like a good share of video games in the past, and just something from like Gibraltar being gay and that being such a big like crazy topic in the gaming world when Apex did first release, and now it's just like people don't even question. It's like, yeah, Gibraltar's gay. Just like other legends, Bloodhound is non-binary. Like I just love that it's like, especially like in the gaming world, I know it's a pretty edgy world out here sometimes, and it's something that people have come to completely accept, and it's forced, like it's reinforced, you know what I mean? I just love that. It's, and even like
give all credit to that to Mo Labi and Manny Hagopian, who are our narrative lead and our senior writer, because when they set the bar with the original 8 launch characters, and that was very important to them.
Yeah.
And so we've just, that was, and basically I love that the attitude has always been like, if they don't like it, screw them. They don't have to like it. Like,
exactly. Yes.
Like, it was never a question like, do we not say Gibraltar is gay? Do we not say Bloodhound's non-binary? It was never a factor. It was like, yes, we're saying it, and it's, yeah.
Sometimes people will say like, oh, this is forced, you're pushing an agenda or something. But, you know, so it's just fun to take a character and you see this part of their personality that's different from everyone else, and you're like, okay, how does that affect them? Who are they? Maybe not because of that, but integrating that into their story and their personality. Who are they? And then it's important to have like that level of diversity, because then it's way more interesting and you experience these wildly different stories. So that's what makes it really, really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and it helps everyone. I mean, that's why people connect to these legends so hard, more than any other video game I've ever seen, connecting to each character. Oh, my girlfriend has one more question actually. She just says, any additional info we can know about Loba? Like, actually, I have 2 more questions. I have this one and one more. Just any additional things that we don't know already that we would be able to know?
She likes animals. She likes animals more than she likes people.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, like, she definitely has a smile on her face whenever she's talking to people, and like she can work a crowd, but she definitely prefers. Animals never have ulterior motives. They're just animals.
Facts. Yes.
Which may mean she could be friends with someone else among the legends who likes animals.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think right now, like on the spot. Does the wolf, obviously, if I'm correct, Loba is wolf in Portuguese? Is that right? Okay, I was gonna ask if like the wolf has any other greater meaning, but I'm looking at your back right now and she clearly has the wolf on the staff, so I think that's enough. Yeah, because people have been throwing around the name Rosie. That's just completely off the table?
Yeah, that was an early prototype of a different character with similar abilities that we worked with prior to launch, that we ended up tossing. So that, yeah, that's, again, you know, data miners get a hold of these things, they leak it, and it's like, well, guys, we know that thing died, you know, a year and a half ago, but you don't know that, and we can't say anything about it. So yeah, and we're talking about Rosie, and we're like, oh, there's no Rosie.
It's not Rosie. Okay.
Sometimes those very early leaks where it's like, that was a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Like,
can't
we're working on
imagine.
stuff for end of next
Yeah.
year right now. So like we're like it's all by the time it gets leaked or whatever, it's like, guys, we're already like 10 things past that.
We're light years ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, like that doesn't even exist anymore. So yeah.
Well, I think one of the final things I have to ask you guys is the Harvester. I know it's kind of like off topic of Loba, but it's probably the biggest piece that like it initiated the whole map change from Kings Canyon. Oh, well, not really, but like it's the centerpiece for World's Edge. Is that going to play any serious role into season 5? Because I've heard talks of it possibly destroying the map, shifting maps. Maybe it could combine maps. That'd be pretty nice.
I think the Harvester is going to come into play in season 5 and in seasons beyond season 5.
Ooh.
As a major factor. I think that everything you've seen from the launch of the game till now has been put in the game for a purpose. And it may take a little while, but everything will be revealed in due time.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that have happened. It's like it's only a matter of time before everything just starts meshing together. And like you said, even legends, that's stories gonna start clashing, which is pretty awesome.
I don't think there's anything else about Loba that we haven't.
Yeah.
This is I have to say Loba, and I think Ashley will agree with me. Loba is kind of a turning point for us in this game, because I think we started to look at putting Loba together the middle of last year. I think we started looking at our cast of characters in a different light. I think we started looking at how they can affect each other and how they can move each other's storyline, how they can be the catalyst for other people's storylines. And I think we are heading into a new kind of, I don't want to say era, but a new direction for the game in a lot of ways, where legends will affect each other and legends will have huge effects on each other, and they will affect each other's stories. And I'm really excited to see now that Loba, I can't believe Loba's finally here.
Yeah.
Like,
It's hype. It's hype, right? It's freaking hype. Yeah.
But like we combined Revenant and Loba's stories, and from there we were like, what else can we do with this kind of stuff that we don't usually do in video games? And so I'm really excited for season 5, because I feel like season 5 is a real turning point for Apex Legends.
Perfect.
Where we go here is very cool. That's
actually something I've heavily thought about. It's like season 5 just seems like it's going to be symbolic. It's like 5 is halfway to 10. Like, I mean, you look at like games like Fortnite after 10, that's when they like kind of went to like chapter 2 or whatever. But like, it just seems like halfway is like stuff is about to go down. It's like, yeah, it's going to be exciting.
I love to last thought is because there's the stuff Tom talked about, and I think the really cool thing about Loba is stuff kind of, she was the source of some things that are now wildly different, some things that are really cool that are coming in season 5. She was kind of the catalyst that sparked like, well, what if we could do this? Which I think is a really cool representation of what video games can do, how Respawn works, because these were like cascading changes across the game. So I'm really excited to all the new stuff that she kind of sparked, all the new ideas.
Yeah, I'm excited. I got my hopes up real high right now. I'm pumped, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time in season 5.
I got one more question for you. Who
yes.
do you ship?
Wait, say it one more time.
Who do you ship?
Who do I ship? Oh, me and my girlfriend have been talking. Wait, come on. Here, come here.
Octane and Gibraltar. I am convinced that's the boyfriend.
I don't know if you've ever seen the video, and if you have, I apologize for the cringeness, because I barely been making content at that point. But me and my girlfriend had this massive theory, like, and we were so certain, honestly, that Octane was gay at one point, because we were like, motorbikes, Gibraltar, someone was riding the back of Gibraltar.
They stole his bike. Like.
Yeah, like we thought Octane was gay at one point, but a lot of people have been talking about Octane and Watson as well. That look, I think I watched that clip over and over again when they get. Yeah.
Ashley's looking at my face right now. Like, one day we'll tell the story of what happened behind the scenes with that, and one day, not today, but one day.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for organizing this, taking the time to do this interview, and yeah, it's been a blast.
Thank you. Enjoy season 5.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thank you all so much for watching until the end of this video. This really was a special one, and I hope you did enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button before you head on out of here. And if you did make it to the end of this video, this very special video, make sure you comment Loba Gang down in the comments so I know who made it to the end. And hopefully I see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace out.